Rebels of UNLV. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Charlotte 49ers. Taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the 49ers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Whittington. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're bringing heat. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
He's in open space downfield. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown 49ers! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Whittington. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line. The execution on that screen pass is one that will go in a coaching clinic.
Nice execution on the screen. Allow the rush to come upfield. Now I release, get the ball to the running back. I got my playmaker in space. Nice chunk yardage play.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Charlotte! How about that D coming up with a play like that?
And linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Guys, this offense is going to have to find a way to protect this quarterback. He has already been under unbelievable duress early in this game, and they're not going to be able to complete throws if they can't keep him standing up.
Looking for a man. It's Whittington. Looking to scramble. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Defense in that situation just has to know to stay in their lanes. You know, it's hard enough to get this guy down on the ground, but you just can't let him escape. You got to build the fence. You got to build the cage. Keep him in the pocket, and that time, he was just able to use his athleticism to get outside and go pick up the first down.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. The 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Niners. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense too now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Right back to the well. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28.
Clear. Clear.
Back to throw, it's Whittington. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense. Good job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And the Rebels will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. The give to the tailback. At the 45, on his way. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32.
Moves.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Charlotte.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a 32-yard touchdown pass. Just about set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right, offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's first quarter, just don't worry about it, there's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Ready.
Didn't
fight.
get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Easy.
He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Ready up.
Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10.
29 Philly.
Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up 2nd down. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Charlotte 28, UNLV 0.
Got it.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work.
Set.
Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They'll give it to him again. He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent. of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up.
He's loose. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The 49ers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Got his man quickly. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. Don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that 1st down. He'll just keep slinging it. He's got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the 49ers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a 1st down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Here we go.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the end zone. Boom. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, 49ers. These guys wanted to make a statement. The statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
Clear. Clear.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
That's one thing about this defense. They've got some dudes in the back end that can cover, and they can hang with some of these intended targets. Nice job swatting that one away.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. coming after him. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. Got enough for the first. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, sometimes it just gets frustrating, and you've just been beat down all day. This defense hasn't had answers, but now you can't let them run the football and just run it down your throat and be physical. This defense has to do something different and find a way to make something happen.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Charlotte! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Smart offensive coordinators, they're going to throw deep balls, especially those 50-50 balls you hear about all the time. My wide receiver is better than your DB. Well, not on this play.
4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6.
42.
Off play action. Now improvising. He fires it out to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
Got it.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6.
Slab.
From the gun, wants to pass. He makes the connection. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime. Going deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
29 Philly. 2-9.
On 3rd down, going up top. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Here we go.
Wants to pass it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will kick it off to start the 2nd half. On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field.
3:25.
He'll start this 3rd quarter with a run. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense may be time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. The give from the gun. Still on his feet at the 45. And they're able to get him on the ground.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again?
Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Get set, get set.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
It's now 2nd down after the short completion. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
It's complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
Guys, the running Rebels offense ready to go back to work. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Catch in the middle. It's Moffitt. Running to Green. Off he goes. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Rebels.
For quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point was good. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Michigan left little doubt. You know, this version of the Maize and Blue can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program with multiple national titles. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone. And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Turns it on in midfield. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
They'll give it to the back. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the second half.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. Now, they missed a field goal on the last drive, but you need to get points here, so they need to pick up some yardage to at least get in range for their kicker. He's got his man. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
The 49ers looking to convert on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Niners! And the beatdown has ensued. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
take a little exhale. You know, you did your job, you got points, now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The UNLV offense ready to return to the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
At the 45 on his way. Oh, look out, there he goes. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Charlotte 49, UNLV 7.
On the double.
First down to start the drive after the break.
Moves.
He wants to throw. Finds his tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Okay.
Looks as if they'll stay aggressive here. They go 5 wide on 2nd and 3.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Ready, go.
He's looking to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On the ready.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Ready, ready.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there.
Ready.
And the Rebels are marching down the field.
Let's go.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Go straight ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
Well, this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Give to the fullback. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The Rebels in the hurry up. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rebels!
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And the extra point is good. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. A first down for the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Going up top on first down. Getting some heat. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And I know it's not a first down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. Just try to make the next third down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This reminds me of the guy I used to play for in college down in Gainesville, the head ball coach. He used to like to do this. He would have big leads in the 4th quarter. He was still letting his QBs throw it deep down the field.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Still running at the 40. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Yeah, and this offense has had their way with this defense, and they've had a lot of success. And I tell you what, if this defense wants any chance of coming back, they better get physical and stop the run, because right now, this offense is having their way.
And the 49ers have it with a 1st and 10. running to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Here we go.
Wide receiver shows motion. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man on the right. Strikes the blow. Touchdown, Charlotte! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
A huge gain and a first down.
On the run, it's Moncrief. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Pocket starts to... And the ball's out, and they're after it. The defense pounced on that, and now they're headed the other way. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be...
He'll take a shot. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. Actually, you'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll call for the fair catch here. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football. Man, this has been impressive.
The offense set for a first down play. Defense dropping into soft coverage. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it.